Thanksgiving, a word that resonates with warmth, love, and togetherness. The word itself brings to mind warm kitchens filled with delicious smells. The aroma of roasted turkey, the sweetness of pumpkin pie, and the savory scent of stuffing fill the air, creating an atmosphere of comfort and joy. We think of tables laden with food, families gather, friends come together. It's a time when the hustle and bustle of daily life pauses, allowing us to reconnect with those we hold dear. It is a time for sharing and gratitude. We serve each other, not just food, but love and kindness. Holding hands, we form a circle of unity and thankfulness. We pause to appreciate all that we have. The smiles, the hugs, the shared moments of joy remind us of the blessings in our lives. Thanksgiving is a special day in America. It is a tradition that dates back centuries, a day to honor the harvest and the blessings of the past year. It is a time to celebrate the harvest, the bounty of the earth, the fruits of our labor, and the abundance that sustains us. We give thanks for the good things in our lives, the laughter of children, the warmth of family, and the joy of being together. Families and friends come together, the arrival of loved ones, the warm embraces, and the heartfelt greetings fill our hearts with happiness. They share a meal and enjoy each other's company. The act of carving the turkey, passing the dishes, and savoring each bite becomes a ritual of love and connection. The heart of Thanksgiving is gratitude. We take a moment to reflect on the things we are thankful for, writing them down, and sharing them with those around us. It's about appreciating the simple joys of life, the laughter of children playing with autumn leaves, the warmth of a shared meal, and the beauty of the season. We are thankful for our families, our health, and our homes. The presence of loved ones, the gift of good health, and the comfort of home are treasures we hold dear. It is a time to reflect on the past year. We look back at the memories we've made, the challenges we've overcome, and the growth we've experienced. We remember all the good things that have happened, the milestones, the celebrations, and the moments of joy that have filled our lives. Thanksgiving is a time for togetherness. Whether it's a large family gathering or a potluck with friends, the spirit of togetherness is at the heart of the celebration. It's a chance to reconnect with loved ones, the joy of reuniting with family members, the excitement of children running to greet their grandparents, and the warmth of long-awaited embraces. We travel from near and far. The journey to be with loved ones, whether by car, plane, or train, is a testament to the importance of family and friendship. We gather around the table. The act of placing food on the table, saying grace, and sharing a meal becomes a sacred ritual of gratitude and love. We share stories and laughter. The exchange of stories, the sound of laughter, and the clinking of glasses create a symphony of joy and connection. Thanksgiving reminds us of the importance of family and friends. As we take group photos, share hugs, and say our goodbyes, we are reminded of the love and connection that bind us together. The story of Thanksgiving goes back to the Pilgrims, a group of early settlers who embarked on a journey to the New World in search of religious freedom and new opportunities. These were early settlers in America, brave men, women, and children who left their homeland to start anew. They came from England on a ship called the Mayflower, a small vessel that carried them across the vast Atlantic Ocean. The year was 1621, a time of great exploration and discovery. The Pilgrims landed in a place called Plymouth, which is in present-day Massachusetts. This location would become their new home. The Pilgrims faced many hardships upon their arrival. The land was unfamiliar, and they were unprepared for the challenges that lay ahead. The journey across the ocean was long and difficult, filled with stormy seas and treacherous conditions. Many pilgrims fell ill during the voyage. The winter in Plymouth was harsh and unforgiving. The cold weather and lack of proper shelter led to many pilgrims getting sick and some even perishing. They didn't know how to find food in this new land, and their supplies were quickly dwindling. Hunger and desperation set in. The Pilgrims were helped by the Wampanoag Native Americans, who were the original inhabitants of the area. The Wampanoag extended a hand of friendship and assistance. These were the people who lived in the area long before the Pilgrims arrived. They had a deep understanding of the land and its resources. The Wampanoag taught the Pilgrims how to plant crops such as corn, beans, and squash. These crops would become essential for their survival. They also showed them how to hunt and fish, skills that were crucial for providing food for their families. With the guidance of the Wampanoag, the Pilgrims learned to survive in their new home. They began to farm the land, fish the rivers, and hunt the forests. After the Pilgrims' first successful harvest, they decided to hold a feast to celebrate their newfound friendship and the bounty of the land. They invited the Wampanoag to join them in this celebration, as a gesture of gratitude for their help and support. This feast lasted for 3 days, filled with food, games, and fellowship. It was a time for both communities to come together and give thanks. It was a time for celebration and gratitude, a moment to reflect on their journey and the kindness they had received. The Pilgrims were deeply thankful for the help of the Wampanoag, without whom they might not have survived. They were also grateful for the bountiful harvest that promised a brighter future in their new home. This feast is what we now call the First Thanksgiving, a tradition that continues to be celebrated in America as a time to give thanks and remember the spirit of cooperation and friendship. No Thanksgiving feast is complete without a turkey. This large bird has become the centerpiece of the Thanksgiving meal. It is a symbol of abundance and prosperity. Turkeys are native to North America. They were a common food for both the Pilgrims and the Native Americans. Wild turkeys are much smaller than the ones we eat today. Over the years, turkeys have been bred to be larger. This is to feed more people. Cranberry sauce is a Thanksgiving staple. Its tart and tangy flavor is the perfect complement to the rich flavors of the meal. Cranberries are another fruit native to North America. The Native Americans used cranberries for food and medicine. They called them ibimi, which means bitter berry. They taught the Pilgrims how to use cranberries. The Pilgrims included cranberries in their first Thanksgiving feast. Dessert is always a highlight of any Thanksgiving meal, and when it comes to Thanksgiving desserts, pies reign supreme. Pumpkin pie is a classic Thanksgiving treat. It is made with pumpkin puree, spices, and a flaky crust. Pecan pie is another popular choice. It is made with pecans, corn syrup, and a rich, buttery filling. Both pumpkin and pecan pies are deeply rooted in American culinary tradition. They represent the flavors of the fall harvest. These pies are often served with a dollop of whipped cream or a scoop of vanilla ice cream. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is an annual tradition that has become synonymous with Thanksgiving. Every year, on the morning of Thanksgiving Day, millions of people tune in to watch this iconic parade. It features giant helium balloons, colorful floats, marching bands, and performances from Broadway shows. The parade first took place in 1924. It was originally called the Macy's Christmas Parade. The parade was a way for Macy's department store to celebrate the holiday season. The parade has grown in size and popularity over the years. It is now a beloved Thanksgiving tradition. For many Americans, Thanksgiving Day wouldn't be complete without football. Watching football games on Thanksgiving has become a beloved tradition. Families and friends gather around the television to cheer on their favorite teams. The tradition of playing football on Thanksgiving dates back to the late 19th century. At the time, football was a growing sport. Thanksgiving Day provided a perfect opportunity to showcase the game. The first Thanksgiving Day football game was played in 1876. It was a college game between Yale and Princeton. Section 8. Giving Thanks, the Heart of the Holiday. At its core, Thanksgiving is a holiday about gratitude. It's a time when we come together to celebrate the abundance in our lives, both big and small. It's a time to reflect on all the good things in our lives. We pause to consider the moments that have brought us joy and the people who have made a difference. We give thanks for our families, who support us through thick and thin, and for the love that binds us together. We express our gratitude for our friends who bring laughter and companionship into our lives, enriching our days with their presence. We appreciate the simple joys of life, like the laughter of children playing in the yard, or the peacefulness of a walk in the park. We acknowledge the blessings that surround us, from the beauty of fall foliage to the warmth of a loving home. The act of giving thanks has a profound impact on our well-being. It encourages us to focus on the positive aspects of our lives. When we focus on gratitude, we shift our attention away from negativity. This shift helps us to release stress and embrace a more positive outlook. We cultivate a sense of contentment and appreciation, which strengthens our relationships and enhances our overall happiness. Gratitude helps us to see the good in ourselves and in others. It fosters a sense of community and connection, reminding us that we are not alone. As we gather around the table this Thanksgiving, let's remember to cherish these moments and the people we share them with. For it is in these simple acts of gratitude that we find the true heart of the holiday. Section 9. Thanksgiving traditions through the years. Thanksgiving traditions have evolved over the years. In the early days of the holiday, Thanksgiving was a more solemn occasion. It was a time for religious observance and reflection. As the holiday became more secular, the focus shifted to family and feasting. Today, Thanksgiving is celebrated in a variety of ways. Some families stick to traditional foods and customs, others have created their own unique traditions. Whether it's a formal dinner or a casual gathering, the spirit of Thanksgiving remains the same. Section 10. A time for family and friends. Thanksgiving is a time for family and friends to come together. We travel from near and far to be with our loved ones. We share stories and laughter. We create memories that will last a lifetime. The bonds of family and friendship are strengthened during Thanksgiving. It's a time to reconnect with those we love. We put aside our differences. We focus on what truly matters. Thanksgiving reminds us that we are not alone. Section 11. The enduring spirit of Thanksgiving. The spirit of Thanksgiving is timeless. It's about gratitude, togetherness, and generosity. These values are universal. They transcend time and culture. In a world that often feels divided, Thanksgiving reminds us of the importance of unity and compassion. It's a time to put aside our differences and come together as one.